Since the dawn of time, mankind has built a plethora of settlements, magnificent structures, tens of meters in height to house various respectable individuals, cities of immense wealth and pools of wisdom. This magnum opus from Paradox Interactive created the most realistic representation of life in a Western city. Cathedrals of consumerism are the slow collapse of fulfilling, meaningful lives. This is Cities Skylines, and today we're going to be building a city indistinguishable from the others, checking all the boxes, including creating it under 10 hours, with the goal being a sweet 100,000 lives to have full dominion over by the end of it. Day 1, the beginning. In Cities Skylines, you start with a modest £70,000 that you quite quickly use up in the space of a few short minutes. Building wind turbines to harness the breeze for electricity. Seriously guys, this is pathetic. 7 megawatts for £6,000. Building the water treatment plant and the water tower right next to each other. Wait, really? Yeah. No, oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. I might have played the one already. After playing this game for nearly half my life, I forgot the most important and pivotal rule. Up there with murder is bad and don't dig down in Minecraft. I quickly realised that this is a dumb decision and change it as quickly as possible. Residences and shops quickly adorned the streets. They quickly flocked into the dirt roads and unsanitary living conditions as big, hulking, dirty factories set up right next to the house. This wasn't helped by me having way too many downloaded assets, resulting in Barry from Greater Manchester's pub being right next to a generic American fast food chain. Seriously, the town was completely hideous. I had council houses right next to farm barns and walled off army installations, so after rushing to a trusty 800 population, 10 minutes in, I quickly demolished everything and replaced it with a quaint European suburbia. And with that, day 1 came to a close. Day 2 starts with the implementation of paved roads. We have finally moved on from the likes of Kinshasa and Milton Keynes. With the addition of actual infrastructure, we couldn't handle it. We ran out of money and sadly, we were not too big to fail and were slipping into the depths of financial ruin with every passing minute. But, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, a new opportunity quickly made itself known. There were tons and tons of cobalt underneath the ground, to be mined to our heart's content. We had a lack of public services like education at this point anyways, but that really didn't matter. Children yearned for the mines. We set up heavy industry and industrial facilities that were so polluting that the ground turned pink and there was a deep, shit-coloured hue around the entire district.
Making coffee is harder than your 9 to 5.
Hear me out. First you have to weigh out your coffee to the exact gram, and then you have to get it ground up. It is exhausting turning this crank over and over again.
We were making loads more money than before, and after setting up our first public transport route, a tram, we were starting to attract more and more people. More and more people meant hundreds of more cars backing up onto our main road. My absolute brain-dead, sleep-deprived brain, there was absolutely no foresight for the total disaster that this would become. I heard that the Cook family's kids were playing in the street when a truck full of highly corrosive acids skidded on the tarmac and killed everyone within a 20-meter radius. The air was putrid, it was heavy, it reeked of sulfur, and the fish were dead. Do you know what this calls for? A brutal crackdown on dissenting factions in our country. Every single one of them needs to be snuffed out. Divisionists, I call them. We need a true, autocratic government that values the common good, peace, security, and stability. The military stepped in, quickly deposing the weak democratic government. No one could touch us. We had secured power thanks to us seizing the ore mines and taking away money from the government buildings. We were benevolent and infallible. We were the definition of a cobalt state. We were doing great for a normal run of Cities Skylines, but we were only at 17,000 people, nearly 4 hours into the run. the people were demanding yakisoba noodle stores and collectivized potato drink factories, so we got straight to work. Speaking of collectivized factories, I really wanted a nuclear power plant. And what goes well with nuclear power plants? That's right, urban hellscapes like Soviet social housing. That small suburb nearly shot us up 3,000 people, so I decided to make even more hellish social housing. We also built a very nice old town that, quote-unquote, survived World War II, so all the bureaucracy and overpaid government employees could live there. Also, I found a building that was just hard shitting for CS2, very inventive paradox. Now pass me, please, the yakisoba noodles. But also, just to make it even more like Eastern Europe, the commie blocks were allowed to build in the supposed historic old town. I am really just making Berlin, huh? All we need is a wall now. That's right, a wall of highways, elevated highways for all. 26,000 people, 5 hours in. We were slightly under half of where we should have been right now if we were growing at the same rate for the entirety of the 10 hours. So, we really needed to get a move on. 5 hours and we had to grow 75,000. Skipped over like 4 hours of footage. Was there nothing very interesting? No, not really. There was some expanding across the river, and I had a cool train line across it. I built some pedestrian areas and built the nuclear power plant I was dreaming about. Our utopia was growing exponentially. We were replacing the car-centric suburbs with car-centric high-density housing. Sure, the traffic wasn't great and the public transport was subpar, but I didn't care. We were getting to the big 100k, and that was all that mattered. We also built a nuclear missile silo on the next city down, and I was definitely looking forward to using it. And also, the US government had just done the same. I wonder what they're planning. Anyways, airport time. Now, you might be thinking, where would we build an airport? My answer is, flatten the entire cliff face to the west. It didn't even cost me anything. New interchange, new spine of the airport, several new terminal buildings, and a massive shopping complex later, and we were done. We were reaching to the heights of 70,000 people, mostly because I turned on Demand Master, and I put it all the way up, so people were just constantly moving in. That was mostly because I didn't really want to lose 7 hours of footage because the stupid Sims didn't want anything, so sorry if this invalidates the challenge for you. I don't care. Anyways, that was that. We had finally reached the 100,000. We did it. We did it! Time for the big reveal and the destruction of everything.
Confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is on there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country road.